I'm so excited to share with you guys that my husband Jim and I are expecting our first baby due in December. We are over the moon excited, and I already feel myself getting emotional just saying it out loud. I'm still only 12 weeks when I'm filming this video, so I'm probably gonna wait a few weeks till I actually post it. We have another ultrasound in a few days, so I just wanna make sure everything's still looking good and the baby's healthy and there's still a heartbeat before I really share the news kind of widespread and put it out on the internet. We have, of course, told our family, and I've told some of my friends. Jim has told some of his friends, and it's starting to really set in, but I am still very nervous. Like this pregnancy, I've just been day by day extremely nervous, hoping that the baby's healthy and that things are going okay. And that is because, and I have not shared this yet, so my husband Jim and I got married last July of 2020. So we're approaching our 1-year wedding anniversary, and the two of us knew that we wanted to start a family right away. I've always felt like I wanted to be a mom. Both of us want kids. We want to have several children. So when we got married, we weren't necessarily waiting for anything to start having a family. And so I actually got pregnant October of 2020. And I just remember being so blissfully excited. And unfortunately, that pregnancy ended in a miscarriage in December. And it was a rough, lengthy miscarriage. And I'm sharing that not to make anybody feel bad for me or anything like that, but I'm honestly sharing it because, first of all, it's part of my journey, and I want everyone watching and who watches my videos regularly to feel like they're getting to know me and to kind of share in my life experience. But also, I'm kind of one of the first ones of my friend group to start having kids. And when I was going through a miscarriage, I felt like I didn't really have anybody in my life that I knew that I could talk to who had experienced that, and honestly just felt alone. And I had a girl from my sorority actually post on her Instagram the fact that she had had a miscarriage, and if anybody who saw that post had gone through a miscarriage, goes through a miscarriage in the future, or was currently going through one, she just put it out there and said, you know, I understand how you feel. Please feel free to call me, text me, send me a message on Instagram, and I'm here for you. So I saw that post right around the time that I was miscarrying and decided to send her a message. And I cannot tell you how much better that made me feel. I feel like I'm like choking up here, but I cannot tell you how much better that made me feel just knowing that there was somebody else that I could talk to that had gone through it. And I know every woman that has a miscarriage and every, you know, couple that goes through a miscarriage, because it wasn't just me experiencing the pain. Like Jim felt the same pain that I felt. And just to have somebody to talk to, she was so supportive of me, checking in on me. She sent me the sweetest care package. And because of that, I ended up telling some of my friends. It was pretty early on when I miscarried, so I still hadn't told a lot of people that I was pregnant. I had just told my parents and 2 of my friends. So I decided to tell more of my friends for, you know, the same reason that I feel like I'm kind of putting it out there, is that I wanted my friends to know when they start to have kids that I've been there, and I want them to know that they know somebody that's had a miscarriage before, and that it's so, unfortunately, incredibly common, and the fact that they have somebody to talk to if they want. So if you're watching this and you have gone through a miscarriage, or you're going through one and you want to reach out, even though we may not know each other personally, I want you to know that I'm here for you too, and I totally get what you're going through, and it sucks. But I need to kind of compose myself here because this video is an exciting video because I am pregnant again, and so far things have been looking really great with this pregnancy. We had several very early ultrasounds because of the previous miscarriage. So I went in the second I found out I was pregnant, and because we were trying again, I was, you know, actively using pregnancy tests and trying to detect the pregnancy really early. So the second I saw the faintest of lines, I called my OBGYN and said, I'm pretty sure I'm pregnant. Like, I don't think I'm crazy, but I'm pretty sure there's a pink line on this pregnancy test. And they said, no matter how faint the line is a line. Come on in and we'll do your blood work. So I went in to get my HCG checked, which is the pregnancy hormone. So I went in for 3 separate blood draws, each 48 hours apart, so they could monitor the levels rising and make sure everything was rising appropriately. I got several very early ultrasounds, and because they were so early, it was a little bit scary. You know, the first one, all they saw was a gestational sac. They didn't see a yolk sac or a fetal pole yet. So they brought me in for another one, and then luckily we saw a yolk sac and a tiny little fetal pole, so things were progressing, but no heartbeat yet. So each scan kind of brought anxiety until we finally heard a heartbeat, which was, you know, such an emotional experience and a relief. I think, you know, the chance of a miscarriage does drop drastically once you do hear a heartbeat. That still hasn't stopped me from worrying and feeling like between every ultrasound I'm just nervous. So I've really been trying to focus on the fact that, you know, right now, today, I am pregnant and I'm happy and excited, and just take it one day at a time. And honestly, I've had a pretty good pregnancy so far. I haven't had a ton of terrible symptoms, and the fact that I'm finishing out my first trimester hopefully means that I won't have terrible symptoms, at least the symptoms of throwing up and that type of stuff. I have had some low-level nausea going on, but again, not actually throwing up, and it's been the worst at night. Like, I would wake up in the middle of the night. I think weeks like 8 through 10 and a half maybe were the worst. I would wake up in the middle of the night starving and so incredibly nauseous. I feel like Jim came out and found me on the couch several mornings just like covered in saltines, wrapped in a blanket, because I would have to get up out of bed and go have a snack, and felt like I couldn't really stomach anything. So I bought saltines, I brought little candies to suck on, I bought myself some ginger ale, all of that type of stuff to soothe your stomach. But I do feel like I'm past that moment, and right now haven't had a lot of nausea. I've been sleeping through the night a lot better, so I'm excited for the second trimester. I know things can change and you can start dealing with like heartburn and start to get uncomfortable when you sleep, and the symptoms just kind of constantly keep changing. But for now, at 12 weeks, I don't really have any sort of a bump yet or anything. I will show you a little clip of what my belly looks like so far. And then the other thing I do want to share is the fact that we already found out the gender. So I will add a clip at the very end of the video if you want to stick around. We did some blood work at 10 weeks, and with that blood work to check for chromosomal abnormalities, they test for gender at the same time. So we didn't want to do like an all-out gender reveal party, and I wanted it to be a little bit more special than just opening up an email. So we did go to a bakery. I had my friend look at the results for me, call into the bakery, and they made us cupcakes. So we got to cut into cupcakes. We put my parents both on Zoom and Jim's parents on Zoom and chatted and guessed before, and then cut into the cupcakes with them on the computer. So that was super fun and really exciting. And I don't really know what else I have to share other than there's probably going to be some pregnancy related content and baby related content in the future, but I do want to keep things really organizing focused. So maybe some organizing of the nursery, organizing my hospital bag, that type of stuff in the future. If you have any specific requests, definitely leave them down below. But I will also say that I am excited to see how having a baby and how our lives transitioning is going to affect all of my cleaning routines and my productivity and all of that type of stuff that I share with you. So if you are somebody that has kids, hopefully as I progress into this next stage of my life, you can feel like you relate to the things that I'm going through and sharing. Even if you don't have kids yet or don't plan on having kids, I will still be sharing a ton of the same content that I usually share. But I was just so excited to tell you guys about this, and if I didn't, I figured at some point my belly would start showing and you guys would figure it out anyway. So if you guys are excited, if you like this video and you're excited to follow me in this journey, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe so you can join me and you see all of my new videos. You can hit that notification bell, that way you'll be notified every time I post a new video. But I will roll the next clips of us finding out the gender, and I hope you enjoy, and I will see you next time.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my